personally, how close is this fight with Kell Brook now? I mean, we've been hearing about it for many years
Yeah,
now. Is the time almost upon us?
I think it's almost time. Um, I mean, very it could be. It will happen this time, this year sometime, or you know, or sorry, we towards the end of the year, next year sometime it'll happen. Um, we in talks at the moment, making sure that we can do the deal. Now we're with the same promoter, which is Eddie Hearn. He and we with Sky, both fights on Sky, so it's going to be a little bit easier to make the fight. There's a few names that are getting thrown around. He's fighting on the weekend. Let's hope he wins that fight. He wins that fight, then I think the fight gets even closer. God forbid he gets beat, then that fight's off. So I've got other options as well. God forbid, if he gets beat. But there's some big names that have been put out there for me to face, and we are talking and looking at numbers at the moment and seeing what makes sense. I just feel that the Kell Brook fight's always going to be there. And I think I don't think he's going to retire till he fights me. So if there's other big names out there where I can fight for a title or fight for world titles, then I'd take that option.
Let me stop it right there. This was from Sky Sports Boxing. It's on their YouTube page. It's not geo-blocked, so anybody, anywhere can watch it. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. It is Kell Brook versus Michael Zerafa Fight Week. The media workout for Kell Brook is today at 5 p.m. In about 3 hours or so, less than 3 hours over in London. It's 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 2:15 p.m. over in the UK. Amir Khan doesn't want to fight Kell Brook. Now, we're not going to troll him here like I usually do in videos. I do admit, I do have a bit, of a laugh with Amir Khan sometimes. But I feel that the Kell Brook fight has lost so much steam in regards to fan appeal that fans really want now, in my opinion. Amir Khan is right when, I want to see him versus Terrence Crawford. Now, normally in another video, I would say, I want to see him get knocked out by Terrence Crawford. But him versus Terrence Crawford is a very intriguing fight. We know that Amir Khan can be winning every fight on the scorecards. But his chin is ever so delicate. He's got some shit he's got to deal with and sort out outside the ring and sit his ass down with his wife and stop making these weird-ass headlines. Kell Brook calm his shit down. What happened in Tenerife, Kell? What happened in Tenerife? Can you imagine the build-up for Khan versus Brook if it were to happen? But for him to say that it's Kell Brook that doesn't want to fight, people don't believe him. Eddie Hearn is the promoter of both of these guys. He keeps saying, what should happen. Like, for example, look how he was stumbling over his words when the body language expert would eat him alive. Like, look how he was stumbling over his shit when he was asked about it. Let me see.
It's going to be a little bit easier to make the fight.
Let's go back.
We've been hearing about it for many years.
It's a little low, but I need you to hear it. You can hear the interviewer asking him about Kell Brook.
How close is this fight with Kell Brook now? I mean, we've been hearing about it for many years
Yeah.
now. Is the time almost upon us?
I think it's almost time. It could be. It will happen this year sometime.
It is right now, December the 5th, 2018. This interview was on December the 4th this year, Khan, huh? Really? Really?
Sorry, we towards the end of the year, next year sometime it'll happen. We in talks at the moment, making sure that we can do the deal. Now we're with the same promoter, which is Eddie Hearn. He and we with Sky, both fights on Sky, so it's going to be a little bit easier to make the fight. There's a few names that are getting thrown around. He's fighting on the weekend. Let's hope he wins that fight. He wins that fight, then I think the fight gets even closer. God forbid he gets beat, then that fight's off. So I've got other options as well. God forbid, if he gets beat. But there's some big names that have been put out there for me to face, and we are talking and looking at numbers at the moment and seeing what makes sense.
Terrence Crawford. Now you got to think that Eddie Hearn has to be pissed because not only, is he not going to fight Kell Brook, but he's going to fight a fighter in a rival promotional company where it's going to be even more difficult to make the fight happen.
World title.
I mean, difficult. It's going to be tense negotiations with Kell Brook, not Kell Brook, Amir Khan, and Terrence Crawford. So the rumor is he's being offered $5 million, and it'll be on ESPN pay-per-view here in the States. We'll be paying for it. How much is ESPN pay-per-view? We don't know yet. We know that fights like Canelo, when he was on pay-per-view, $84.99. Mayweather, $100. Wilder Fury, $74.99. What if ESPN hooks us up and say $50, even though fans still going to bitch? But they're going to have, but to make that type of person and make sure that Terrence Crawford is going to be paid too, it's not going to be regular ESPN. I am sorry. You know? Let's go a little bit further and how he, let me see, is this it?
Fighters who shouldn't really be in the same ring as him.
Look, listen in. Listen how he try to spin it on the Kell Brook like it's his fault. Like he hasn't fought Samuel Vargas and Frillo Greco. No disrespect to both of these fighters, but come on. By the way, this fight December the 8th, remember, was supposed to be Khan versus Brook. Khan versus Brooks will be happening now. Kell Brook has been holding his career back to try to get Amir Khan, chasing him.
See, this is what happens in boxing, where he's got away with fighting.
Fight on Saturday, that's potentially the fly in the ointment, isn't it, as regards to the future? So if he loses that fight, you don't think his fight with you can happen. Talk to me about the calibre of his opponent. I mean, is he fighting the level of opponent that he needs to be facing you?
See, this is what happens in boxing, where he's got away with fighting so many, overrated fighters. These overrated fighters who shouldn't really be in the same ring as him. Now, this is where I think he's fooling the public who he's fighting. I mean, really, if he wanted to fight me, he could have proven it in a better way by beating some decent opponents and saying, look, I'm ready for you. If I'm beating this guy, that guy, then fight me. But no, I think it just feels, it feels to me that he's just doing it for the payday. I think he just wants...
To Khan's credit, to his credit, Kell Brook has... Can you fault him for losing the Errol Spence? And I'm just looking at his face, like how fucking skinny he is. Like, can you fault him for losing to for losing to Golovkin at 160 and Errol Spence after he shouldn't have been at 147 pounds? Not making any excuses. But Khan saying he should get some more significant wins. But when was the last time Khan had a significant win? I'm trying to find ways to look at this, like, and agree with Amir Khan, but I can't.
Wants that one big payday. But I just feel like he's always going to be there. So I rather fight these world champions out there. I rather fight for these titles out there, because I know Kell's always going to be there. And if he's not, he's not.
Eddie said though that you both owe it to the British public to get it on. That being the case, where could you see it happening? Could it be a British dust up like Froch goes, possibly?
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll definitely have to be in the UK. It makes more sense in the UK than US. And I'd like it to be in England as well. We definitely owe it to them.
It would have to be. But I'm interested to hear what's going to happen with Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan. There's still time for them to maneuver and don't have to announce the fight yet. Because if the fight was to happen, it would take place in New York, if I'm understanding correctly, March the 23rd. So right now, we're just at the beginning of December. However, you have to think that Eddie Hearn may be trying to throw some kinks in. I don't think that Eddie Hearn would support it. Because it will come off like that Amir Khan is trying to use him. I got to take this call. TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.